Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Toronto.
And here is Alemán. Pass to Harrison. Mabry. Alemán with it. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3. Right outside. Coffee outside. Back to McBride. Williams shoots over Alemán. And Williams gets it to go.
You have to run at shooters like Williams. Can't let them catch and fire. She'll eat you alive.
Pass to Fagbenle. Now here is Sykes.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Sykes, no good. Howard up top. And here's Williams. Over Harrison. Fagbenle with the rebound.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Now here's Fagbenle.
Here's Mabry.
Great assist that time from Fagbenle.
Mixing it up inside. Mabry might be under 6 feet, but her toughness showing there.
Pass to Howard. Coffee. Here's Williams. That one falls. Her second basket of the game. She is now 2 for 3.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
When you talk about the history of this great league, Minnesota went on one of the most dominant runs ever.
From 2011 to 2017, the Lynx went to 6 finals in 7 seasons, capturing 3 titles. With how hard it is to win in the W, in the amount of parity we have in the league right now, I'm not sure we're going to see something like that again anytime soon.
Now here's McBride. Pass to Coffee.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
And she can't answer back the three-pointer offline.
And it's Toronto's ball.
Now here's Alemán. From past the arc. Howard with the rebound. Right side, Williams. There's the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if he winds up that wide open in three-point range. And I'm sure that was not the plan.
Now here is Sykes. Pass to Mabry. Alemán.
Picked by Fagbenle.
Alemán shot is off.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
Back to Williams. Alemán with the steal. Here's Harrison. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2. It goes on Natasha Howard.
Well, Harrison doesn't get to the line too often, but she's not the player you want to send to the charity stripe because she can do some real damage.
And we are so excited to have the Toronto Tempo in the WNBA, adding some international flavor.
Yeah, it's great to expand to Canada. This is the first WNBA team outside of the United States. Another barrier broken by this league.
The first one falls.
Another great draft class this season. Tim, any thoughts on these rookies?
Yeah, I really like them. It's a great group. They have so much skill. But one thing I'll say, just to keep in mind for everybody, let's give them a couple of seasons before we rush to major judgments.
Well, I agree with you, Tim. And how's that for a change? But seriously, we've seen players struggle as rookies and then turn into stars. So really, it just takes time to become a great WNBA player.
Now here's Collier. Off target with the 3. Now Harrison. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, this is where Harrison is at her best. scoring inside. She's a 5 who plays like a 5.
Back to Williams. And the bucket counts, and she's on her way to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
What an incredible run by the Lynx to the 2024 WNBA Finals.
Winning a clutch Game 5 against Connecticut in the semifinals and taking the liberty to 5 in the finals. That deciding game went to overtime, and the Lynx were pretty much one play away from winning it all.
Well, it's an odd skill to talk about when we're talking about a guard like Courtney Williams, but she's an incredible rebounder. At just 5'8", she reads misses well and gets into great position.
Now here's Aleman. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Mabry misses.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
Pass to McBride. Out to the right wing.
Howard with the ball. Working on Harrison. The tempo trailing.
Here's Alema. And here's Fagbenle.
Picked by Fagbenle.
It's Brittany Sykes on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Marina Mabry.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to see?
I don't know, but I'm willing to bet it's more than a few.
Pass to McBride. And here is Howard, defended by Harrison. And they're going to count the bucket and send her to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And the free throw, no good.
And the two-way game of Howard is impressive. A legitimate offensive threat who also defends with tenacity.
Outside Mabry. Out of bounds, it'll be Lynx ball. And here's McBride. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Williams. Now Howard, defended by Harrison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Williams for 3. It's hauled in by Harrison.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Now Lemon. Back to Mabry.
Harrison the screen.
From downtown.
They grab their own miss.
Great positioning on the putback.
Protecting the play, Harrison fights to retain possession and get him a bucket.
Howard, that's good.
Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
Mabry with it. He has 5. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Marina Mabry.
You know, she keeps jacking up those threes without much to show for it. She's going to lose the green light very early in this game if this keeps up.
A quality passer at her position. Howard enjoys finding her teammates in their spots.
Pass to Harrison. Mabry.
by Fagbenle.
Inside. Yes, and a nice assist from Marina Mabry.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
And here are the Lynx now.
Now here's McBride. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Here's Williams. Again, Minnesota.
Another one for Williams. She can do so many different things with the ball, it makes her hard to guard.
Past Alema from deep. And it's Collier with the rebound. The Lynx with the lead.
What a run in the playoffs last year for Minnesota, led by Nafisa Collier.
Yeah, getting to her first WNBA Finals was a huge deal. Collier averaged 23-9 in those 12 playoff games, coming so close to winning her first title.
Now here is Sykes. Marina Mabry for three. Off the mark, and she's 2 of 8 on the game. The shake. And Collier with a nice bucket inside.
Inside, Collier can be so consistent, and her talents as a shooter make it look easy.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Sykes. Marina Mabry for three. Knocks down the 3-ball.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Here's Minnesota. McBride outside. Pass to Howard.
Collier.
The tray. Buries the long-range jumper.
A great shooter from deep. Collier responding with her own trifecta.
Here's Harrison. Mabry, covered by Collier. Now Sykes.
Great assist that time from Fagbenle.
Even at 5'9", no fear from Sykes. She plays way bigger than her height. Tremendous heart.
Here's Williams. Pass to Collier. Over Mabry. Collier gets the bucket.
So reliable, guys. Her offense, it doesn't come and go. It's always there.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Lynx on top, up by 4. And quarter 2 will get underway just after this short break. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
Lots of running to start the game here.
It's a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition.
Now here's Fagbenle.
And here is Alema. Nurse outside. From the arc. Minnesota grabs the miss. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
With a smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Now here's Nurse. Fagbenle, guarded by Uhas. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Here's McBride. Collier outside. Makes it off the glass.
No mistake on that one. Good work all around.
Toronto trailing.
Aleman with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Off the mark there with the three.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
Collier gets the bucket.
Zero fear. As soon as she gets the rock, Collier ready to fire.
And the tempo with possession here. Pass to Sabali. Now here's Fagbenle. Guarded by Juhas. Fagbenle inside. Juhas is there.
Natasha Howard with the rebound. Collier outside. To the middle.
Juhas, that's good.
Well, when Juhas gets that kind of positioning inside, she usually makes the most of it.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark.
Time called here. The tempo decide to talk it over.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Fagbenle. Deflects the pass. Alemang, good.
Great communication on the inbound play. She got into good position, and the pass was just right on time and on target.
Now here's Collier. 12 points for her. Down low. The shot from the low post is good.
They've been playing very smart offensively in the first half. I think that's safe to say.
The numbers support that. They're shooting much better percentage from the field.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Sykes. She's got 5. To the paint. And it's Sabali missing.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
Pass to McBride. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They just aren't missing.
Now here is Sykes. Alemang.
And that one falls. It's Brittany Sykes with the feed.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Turning into a three-point contest.
Here's Collier. Leading by 12. Over Nurse. And it's Collier missing.
Got fancy for absolutely no good reason. Just go straight up with it.
Past Alemang. Expanding her range.
And the tempo, another 3.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
McBride outside. Here's Howard.
Guarded by Sabali.
Shot clock at 6. And that one drops.
The defender couldn't slow Howard down inside. Her agility helping her there.
Sykes outside. The 3. The shot off that time. Right side, Howard.
Collier.
Drills the 3-pointer.
Well, anytime she steps out there, Napheesa Collier, a threat to drop 20 or more, she is on one tonight.
Sykes outside. Fires from deep. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound.
Well, we've seen coaches ask 5'9" Brittany Sykes to be the one to jump opening tips, fellas. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, she's got great hops plus a crazy long wingspan. Those traits are also why she's, to me at least, the top defensive wing in the league.
She's having one of those days where if she takes it, she makes it.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And Blake, from what we've seen so far, if I were you, for your health, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, that'd be a very bad idea. Now here's Aleman. 8 points for her. Drains the three-pointer.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Pass to McBride. Now here's Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Sabali. There's Collier. Does not go down. That miss makes her 7 for 12 in the game. Outside Sabali. Sykes outside. Launches a three. That's another miss. Number 4 on 2 for 6 shooting. Pass to Collier from deep. And it's Aleman with the rebound. Fagbenle inside. And here is Aleman. Nurse. McBride covering. Here's Sykes. Sabali. For 3, Kia Nurse. Gets it to go from downtown.
When Nurse is dialed in, she can easily hit from beyond the arc. She finds her spot and sinks it.
Up top, Williams. She's guarded by Aleman. Here's Collier. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams. Now here's Aleman. She's got 11. Pass to Fagbenle. And here is Nurse, covered by Collier. And the Lynx pushing it up now. Now Williams. For the basket, it's number 6 for her this game. 6 for 9, and that's 67% shooting. And it's Toronto's ball. They trail by 14. Picked by Fagbenle. Sykes outside. Pass to Fagbenle. Banked in off the glass.
Used her strength to get in the post without much fight from the D.
They need to do a better job next time and muscle up on her. I mean, that's just too easy.
Now here's Collier. She's got 19. No one near her. No good. Miss number 7. She's made 8 from the field. Now Aleman. Pass to Sykes. And it's good. Fought through the contact, hit the shot, and she'll go to the line.
Whether she's in the starting lineup or coming off the bench, Brittany Sykes does whatever the team needs. She's a solid rotational piece for them.
Now here's Collier. Coffee outside. From outside, off the mark. Toronto trailing. Here's Aleman. She's got 11. Pass to Sykes. Aleman. She tries for 3. And Collier pulls it down. And here are the Lynx now. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Howard. So we conclude the first half. Lynx ahead, up 9. Basketball action headed your way. And the third quarter about to get underway here.
You know, Nafisa Collier has been exceptional here, guys.
And I wonder how long she can continue to shoot the three ball as well as she has up to this point. She's been quite simply lights out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is something we both know, that sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks as wide as the Grand Canyon, and it really might be one of those nights for her.
Well, with a new Toronto team coming in 2026 and more international players getting drafted, the WNBA's global reach is growing.
You look at upcoming draft classes, that will be reflected more so with the international players coming in and some of the recent high draft picks we've had from outside the United States.
Yeah, and it mirrors basketball continuing to grow on the international stage. So I'm excited to see the best players in the world playing right here in the WNBA.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Pass to Coffee. Now Williams. She's guarded by Alaman. And here's Kayla McBride from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
And she answers right back with a three of her own.
Oh my, they're getting into it. We have got a duel shaping up right now.
Now here is Sykes. And the foul on Williams. That is her first foul of the game. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Brittany Sykes for three. No good there. The Lynx with the lead. Right side, Howard. Yep, that goes.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
And we're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter of basketball. To the inside. Here's Sykes.
Good, and Fag Venlay gets the assist.
You know, she's done a ton to help this team, but if they're going to come back, she needs to do even more.
Outside, Howard. Right outside. And the Lynx, another three.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
Now here's Alaman. She's got 14. 5 to shoot. The three ball. Rebounded by Coffee. And here are the Lynx now. At one point, they led by 16. Outside, Williams. Good for another basket. She's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
And Toronto calls timeout.
Here's Fagbenle. She has 6. Marina Mabry for 3. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to McBride. Clock at 6. Here's Howard. And she drops in the layup off glass.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense, because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Williams. here's Howard, defended by Harrison. Nafisa Collier for three.
And it's Toronto with the rebound.
To stop the drought. And it's Harrison with the bucket inside.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get, trust me.
Collier outside.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the tempo.
Aleman with it. She's got 14. Pass to Sykes. And here's Fegbenle. Good on the bucket.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on her shoulders. She's been tremendous offensively.
Now here's Williams. She's got 16. Green by Howard.
Nafisa Collier on the wing.
From outside the arc. And it's Aleman with the rebound.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Isabel Harrison on the wing.
She's guarded by Williams.
Outside for Mabry.
And stolen by Nafisa Collier. Right outside. Collier outside. Puts up a three. And the Lynx miss again.
And the tempo with possession here.
A 12-point game.
And the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Nafisa Collier.
And what's great about her winning the award, Collier does her defense with positioning and reading the game. At 6'1", she's got unique traits for a DPOY.
Pass to McBride. Now Howard. Shot clock at 5. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Now here's Aleman.
She's got 14. Now Sykes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a pure score. Sykes lights up the scoreboard in various ways. Makes her hard to stop.
Collier outside. Outside Howard. Pass to Williams.
Shoots over Aleman. Rebound by the tempo. Isabel Harrison on the wing.
Guarded by Howard. Now Aleman. Sykes outside. Back Benley. Back to Sykes. Soft touch off the glass.
And they're really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has been really unstoppable of late.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but you know what they say, Tim, it's better late than never.
And I'm happy because finally we got a good game.
And Williams gets it to go.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
Now here's Mabry. She's got 8. Isabel Harrison in the high post. It's good, and she drew the contact on the shot, so she'll go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. The Lynx with the lead.
Here's Caldwell.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The three-pointer, no good. Nurse outside. Pass to Harrison. Napisa Collier with the block.
Not today. Collier, a very good shot blocker. Really good with her timing.
Here's Caldwell. And the three off target. Isabel Harrison on the wing. 11 points in the game. Covered by Collier. Outside Sabali. Beyond the arc.
Caldwell pulls it in.
Pass to Howard. To the middle. Got a piece of it.
Here's Caldwell.
Howard. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Harrison.
The tempo trailing.
Outside for Mabry. Takes the three. That shot off. And here's Coffey. Right side, Howard. Unloads from 13 feet. And can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor. Guarded by Howard. Down low. Mabry.
Caldwell pulls it in.
There was not a ton of congestion in the lane, and she could have done better for sure.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Harrison. Defense right on her. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Howard. The third quarter comes to a close. Lynx ahead, up 6. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. Fourth quarter action getting started. Pass to Nurse. Lets the three fly. Rebound, Kayla McBride. Now here's Howard. And she banks in the layup.
We've seen this before. Howard playing with some power down low. Pushes right past the contact to the bucket.
And here's Fagbenle. Pass to Nurse. Here's Fagbenle, guarded by Uhas. Shot clock at 6. Here's Alemán. Off target from three-point range. Now the Lynx with it. Takes a step back. Howard. Yes, indeed. It is good. That's her 8th make against 14 attempts.
Well, she shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. You know, like we say, she's been making music all day long.
Now here's Fagbenle.
Past Alemán. From beyond the arc. Rebounded by Napisa Collier. One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
A legitimate threat from beyond the arc. Collier feels comfortable trying her luck whenever she's given the chance.
Nurse outside. Alemán. Pass to Fagbenle. Nurse outside.
And again, no good by Toronto.
So the Lynx now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Here's Caldwell.
McBride with the ball. Inside.
Pass to Caldwell.
18 feet out. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, she'll be disappointed with herself. That's one she expects to make.
And there it is. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over.
Well, they want to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there was clearly some things going on out there that the coaching staff just wasn't a fan of.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Williams. Pass to Howard. And the shot count. She's fouled. That's a chance for a three-point play.
Flashes the ability to power through contact. Howard's resiliency will definitely fire up her teammates.
Pass to Fagbenley. The basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up for her. Around 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Right outside. Pass to Howard. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in.
More than capable of big nights, Howard has lots of ways to hurt you, and she's got lots of buckets tonight.
Here's Fagbenley. And the three ball is good.
And if you leave anyone that wide open, you're just asking them to punish you, and they did there.
Outside Williams. And she makes good on the layup.
No fear, Williams is normally the smallest player on the floor, but she can operate down low with her toughness.
Here's outside. The three. The shot that time not on target. Pass to Collier. Now Williams. And a miss there on the triple. So it's Toronto with it. Down by 12. Fires for three. Drills it from outside. Now the Lynx with it. Right outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Harrison. D right on her. Here's Sabali. And it's off from three-point range.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Now here's Collier. Rebounded by Sabali.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the three.
For three. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Collier outside. Pass to McBride. Takes it out to Collier. Off target from outside.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the three when she's left all alone like that. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Lynx leading. McBride left side. Nafisa Collier on the wing. Outside Howard. Takes the three. Kia Nurse the rebound. Was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
A big guard at 6 feet. Nurse can not only handle her own inside, she can also get to the free throw line.
That one's off.
Someone who fits nicely into the rotation. Nurse has a pretty good all-around game.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Williams. Pass to McBride. Howard the screen. To end the drought. And McBride is good for 3.
Off the court, McBride is lighthearted, but she's a killer on the court. Basketball is everything to her.
And Toronto calls timeout. Toronto trailing.
And here's Sykes. And yep, it's good.
Once inside, Sykes commits to the play. She'll work around contact if she has to.
Pass to Coffey. Puts up the 3. And the Lynx another 3.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Sykes with the bucket. Williams with it. Pass to Howard. Coffey. McBride outside. Outside Williams. Screen by Howard. This one for 3. Williams can't get it to go. Now Sykes. Now here's Alaman. The fadeaway. That shot, no good. Now Williams. Here's McBride. The kick out to Williams. And she's good on the 3 ball.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
And the basket by Mabry.
Great play by Mabry. What an answer from beyond the arc.
And here are the Lynx now.
And here's Williams.
She's covered by Fagbenle.
And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
It's going to go on Temi Fagbenle.
And she misses the first one. Boy, she really wanted that one to fall. And she's able to hit the second one. And that will put them up by 9.
I'm sure she would have liked to nail all of them at the stripe, but that should be good enough to end this one.
Time called here. The Tempo decide to talk it over. Now here's Mabry, defended by Coffey.
Alema shot is off. And they are this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And most importantly, don't turn it over.
Yeah, don't pull a Tim. Now here's McBride. And again, no good by Minesota.
I think that deficit's too much to overcome.
You nailed it, Tim. There just isn't enough ticks on the clock.
Get the bus going, get the plane going, whatever.
So we see the Lynx get the win here. And some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
You got to defend your home floor, and they really seem to revel in confidence. This is what they came out to do here.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.